In this video, I'm going to show you how to work out the nature of roots. This is relevant for a grade 11 level. First, I'm going to explain what roots are. So the roots of ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0 are equal to x equals minus b plus minus all rooted b squared minus 4ac over 2a. If you remember, this is the quadratic formula, which corresponds to a parabola graph. And the roots, when x is equal to this, tells us where the parabola graph cuts the x-axis. So they are x values. But when you're asked to find the nature of these roots, we work with the value that's under the root sign, which is b squared minus 4ac. We said roots refers to where the graph, when plotted, cuts the x-axis. Another word that's used to refer to b squared minus 4ac is discriminant. The following diagram also shows, very importantly, how to interpret the nature of roots. So we always look at that value in the yellow box, b squared minus 4ac. And each of these blocks represents a specific application of that b squared minus 4ac. At the top in the green block, if it's greater than 0, in other words, if it's positive, it means the roots are real. So to test if the roots are real, we take b squared minus 4ac and we make an inequality that's greater than 0. In other words, where it's positive. If b squared minus 4ac is a perfect square, then the roots are rational. If b squared minus 4ac equals 0, then the roots are equal. So if we wanted to test if the roots are equal, we would take b squared minus 4ac and make it equal to 0. And if it does, then the roots are equal. Or, on the blue side, if b squared minus 4ac is negative, then the roots are non-real. So we'd make an inequality, b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, or in other words, negative. And for all those values that holds true, the roots will be non-real. If b squared minus 4ac is not a perfect square, then the roots are irrational. And if b squared minus 4ac is not equal to 0, then the roots are different. This last one just means that the graph cuts the x-axis at different points. If it equals to 0, the graph only cuts the x-axis at one point. So this is essential to remember. You need to memorize this diagram and understand what each of these pieces lead to. In other words, 3 aspects are essential to know. The realness, in other words, if b squared minus 4ac is positive, the roots are real. If it's negative, the roots are non-real. Next is rationality. If b squared minus 4ac is a perfect square, the roots are rational. If it's not a perfect square, the roots are irrational. The next part is the equalness. So if b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the roots are equal. But if they are not equal to 0, the roots are different. So this is essential to remember. So the steps are, you have to make an inequality or equation based on what the question asks. So for realness, you make an inequality, if it's real or not real. For rationality, we look if it's a perfect square or not. And for equalness, we make the equation equal to 0. Let's discuss this using an example. Given x equals 3 plus minus root of 4 minus p all over 4, where p is an element of rational numbers, Determine the value or values of p such that, first question, the roots are equal. Second question, the roots are non-real. So the key value that we're working with here is under that root sign, which is the root sign, all rooted 4 minus 8p. So the important part of that is 4 minus 8p. So that's what we're going to be working with. The first part is asking us if the roots are equal. So let's go look at our diagram. If the roots are equal, b squared minus 4ac equals 0. So we take 4 minus 8p equals 0, and let's solve for p. So 4 equals 8p, divide both sides by 8, so half is equal to p. So p is a half. If p is a half, then the roots are equal. Let's do the next part. If the roots are non-real, what will the value or values be of p? So if you go to your diagram, look at non-real, it's the top blue block. We have to make b squared minus 4ac less than 0, or in other words, negative. So 4 minus 8p is less than 0. And now we have to solve for this inequality. 4 is less than 8p. Solve for p, divide by 8 on both sides. So that means that p has to be bigger than a half in order for this to be non-real. Remember, non-real essentially means that we have a negative under your surd. So that means that this does not exist, because any root of a number that's negative will not be real. Let's do some more challenging examples. Determine what kind of number b squared minus 4ac represents and discuss the nature of the roots. So let's start with the first one. 3x squared equals 7x minus 1. The first step is to put this into the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So 3x squared minus 7x plus 1 equals 0. And now we can see our b squared minus 4ac values using our quadratic formula. So b squared would be negative 7 squared minus 4 times a, which is 3, times c, which is 1. Let's simplify this. 49 minus 12 is equal to 37. So here we have a key number that we then can assess against our diagram. So keep in mind 37. So we have a positive root, which means the roots are real. It's not a perfect square, so the roots are irrational. And it's not equal to 0. And we're not saying that it's not equal to 0. Therefore, the roots are real and irrational. Roots are real and irrational. Let's move on to the next one. X squared plus px plus 1 equals negative p squared over 4. First step, get it into the form ax squared plus bx plus c. X squared plus px plus 1 plus p squared over 4 equals 0. Now we have a slight problem here. There's a fraction, and we don't want fractions within these types of questions. So we have to times every term by 4. So we get 4x squared plus 4px plus 4 plus p squared equals 0. So now we have our different a, b, and c values. Just to make it clear, our a value would be 4, our b value would be 4p, and our c value would be everything that's remaining, our constant value, which is 4 plus p squared. Because in this case, p acts as a constant or as a number. So that's why in b, we say that everything that the coefficient of x would be b, which is 4p. And now we can use this to formulate our root. So b squared minus 4ac is equal to 4p squared minus 4 times 4 times the c value, 4 plus p squared. Let's simplify this. 16p squared minus 16 times 4 plus p squared. Keep simplifying. 16p squared minus 64 minus 16p squared. If you can see now, 16p squared minus 16p squared, we're left with negative 64. We now have a negative root. Let's go back to our diagram. If our root is negative, that means they are non-real. So this means roots are non-real. Great. Let's do the third one. Our third one is 2x squared plus x equals 2bx plus b. Let's get it into the form ax squared plus bx plus c. 2x squared plus x minus 2bx minus b equals 0. Our b value here is acting as a constant value. But now we first have to do something here so we can isolate the coefficient of x. So we can factorize 2x squared, and the common factor in x and negative 2bx is x. So we can take out the x, and we're left with 1 minus 2b minus b equals 0. So this means that our a value is 2, our b value is the coefficient of x. The strange thing here is that the coefficient of x, because of this bracket, sits behind x. But that whole bracket is still the coefficient of x. And our c value is negative b. So now we can make our b squared minus 4ac equals to 1 minus 2b squared minus 4a, which is 2, times c, which is negative b. Let's simplify this. So 1 minus 2b times 1 minus 2b plus 8b equals 1 minus 4b plus 4b squared plus 8b. Simplify this. 4b squared plus 4b plus 1. Now just check, when you get to this stage, this might actually be trinomial. And it is. It equals to 2x plus 1 squared. So this means that b squared minus 4ac will always be positive because any number squared will be positive as well as a perfect square. Perfect square. And that's because it's squared. So whatever value is in that bracket will be naturally a perfect square. So this means then that the roots are real because they are positive as well as rational because of the perfect square. And if the roots were equal, then 2x plus 1 squared would be 0 if the roots are equal. So they'll only be equal when x is true. Yeah, so 2x equals negative 1, and therefore x is equal to negative a half. So the roots will be equal only if x is equal to negative a half. Let's do one final example. If f of x equals 0, in other words y equals 0, so that's at the point where the graph cuts the x-axis, has roots x equals minus 5 plus minus the root of 3 minus 12k squared all over 4, for which values of k will the roots be real and equal? So if the roots are real, the value under the root sign will be positive. So we make an inequality is greater than 0, and we solve for this inequality. Divide both sides by 12. So you have 1 over 4 k squared, root both sides. So k has to be smaller than a half in order for it to be real. And in order for the root to be equal, b squared minus 4ac has to be equal to 0. So now we solve for k. So 3 equals 12k squared. Divide by 12 on both sides to get k by itself. So 1 over 4 equals k squared. Square root both sides. And remember, because we're square rooting both sides, we have to put plus minus because it could be either. So it equals to plus or minus a half equals k.